Good morning, runners. We are 20 minutes away from the start time of the Run With Your Heart 5K. Thanks for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yours.
New day, new race. Let's get it.
You know, in the past, you know, through my past life and my past struggles, you know, I was surrounded with people that had zero ambition, right? Zero goals. I used to isolate myself too, right? Because I feel that the devil plays tricks on you, right? He tells you, hey, you need to be alone. You need to isolate yourself. And that's when they attack you the most, right? When you're vulnerable, when you don't have people that are like-minded or who generally care about you or find any type of joy in life. And it's during those dark times that I suffered the most.
New challenges, new beginnings. Let's get it, baby.
It's 10:46, 3:75.
Oh, Prickly Pear Ultra Marathon, here we come. Let's go.
And first place in our males 30 to 39 division at a time of 18 minutes, 36 seconds.
How can I love others if I don't even love myself, you know? And it took a lot of, you know, digging deep and choosing better outlets and avenues. And it all started when I surrendered myself and I gave myself up to God. Surrounding myself with the community where I train, you know, Hard Knocks. It's like a family, you know. I've never been there before, and when I started going there, they welcomed me with open arms, from the owners to the people who attend there. So having people like them around me now, it's phenomenal. It only motivates me and encourages me to continue to do what I'm doing. You know, I think if we go back and reflect to where I used to be 5 years ago, I was definitely in a dark place, right? I think I would say I had a dark heart, you know. I was very selfish. Things were about me, hurting myself, you know, not loving myself at all. And the question was like, how can I love others if I don't even love myself? Running 5Ks, marathons, and ultra marathons, it brings me a sense of pain, but the good. You know, the old pain was harming myself. This new pain, I enjoy it. You know, I am privileged to feel the pain that I feel today, and pain's temporary, right? I think the impact that it has on others and the people that surround myself is more valuable than the temporary pain that I go through during these events. So, you know, how I ended up in ultra marathon is I flirted too hard, you know, simple as that. You know, I met my girlfriend Anna Lee, you know, talking to her, she was telling me she was gonna do a 50K ultra by herself. And I wanted to be brave and bold, and I signed up for it. And there we are, right? We're at the ultra marathon March 7th, right?
I like to see how people react in that type of environment, you know, because it shows me what kind of character they have. How do they act? You know, I really wanted to see how you would act in a different type of an environment, because that tells me, you know, what we can work with or what we can, you know, see how we can help him be better.
never ran trails, right? It's running marathons to me is a sense of comfort because I already know it. I understand it, you know. Putting myself in a different type of environment where it's, you know, turf, rocks, you know, trees, and out in the wilderness, it's a different ball game. You know, I commend all ultra marathoners. I didn't have the respect that I do for them that I do now. Going in there, I continued to tell her, hey, we're gonna push the pace, we're gonna do great, we're gonna kill it, we're gonna go fast. Boy, was I wrong, you know. Not even a quarter mile into the race, I trip over a root and I fall pretty hard. And it hurt, you know. I was like, whoa. So I was immediately humbled and basically shown like, hey, this is not any, you know, walk in the park. We're about to learn today, right? And as we continue the race, you know, Anali was right by my side. We stuck to each other to ensure that we were both doing good. And this was the goal from the beginning. We wanted to start together and finish together. What a journey it was, right? You know, I fell 3 more times. And I remember on the very last fall, you know, I quenched the dirt and I grabbed it. And I was so upset and I was angry and I was frustrated and I was sad. All the emotions came in and haunted me. But during that split second, I reflected back in my life of how many times I've already fallen before. I fallen multiple times. This 4th fall has nothing compared to what I've fallen before. So I knew I had to get back up. And, you know, with Anali next to me, there was no other option. Hey, we're doing this together. We said we were gonna start and finish together, and we did. You know, it was definitely tough, but we did it.
There's this verse in the Bible, it's in Romans, and it says, rejoice in our sufferings. You know, through our sufferings, it produces perseverance, character, and character hope.
What's next? Do I choose to go back to marathons and stick to the same thing that I know, or do I continue to push the bar high? You know, this is where the marathon and the Ironman comes in, right? I'm excited for that, where it's gonna truly challenge me, my mind, my body, my spirit, right? Because now you're talking about 3 different sports. You're talking about swimming, biking, and running, you know, all 3 in one event. You know, what an honor it is to suffer and be able to continue to prove myself that I can do anything, you know. As long as I continue to keep my faith strong, continue to surround myself with great people, there's nothing that can stop me, you know. Continue to take care of my body, continue to take care of my loved ones, and this is what I do it for, you know. But no, I'm ready for the next one. There's no stopping me. There's no breaks. We just keep going forward. So Ironman and Galveston, here we come.
Lord, give me grace. Yeah, okay.